friends, welcome to Mr.KD'S chemistry channel. Today we will discuss about the JEE advanced syllabus of chemistry. So before the starting preparation of the JEE chemistry, we should know the total syllabus of the chemistry. So in the chapter 1, you can see here some basic concept of chemistry. Chapter number 1 is given here. So in this chapter, concept of atoms and molecules, Dalton's atomic theory, mole concept, chemical formula, balance chemical equations, how to balance the chemical equation, calculation based on the mole concept involving common oxidation and reduction, neutralization and displacement reactions, concentration in term of mole fraction, molality and normality. In second chapter, gaseous and liquid states, absolutely scale of temperature, ideal gas equation, deviation from ideality, van der Waals equation, kinetic theory of gases average, root mean square and most probable velocities and their relation with temperature, law of particle pressure, vapor pressure, diffusion of gas. These all topics are covered in the gaseous and liquid states. Chapter number 3 is atomic structure. What we will learn in the atomic structure? In this chapter, we will learn about the Bohr's model, spectrum of hydrogen atom, quantum numbers, wave particle duality, de Broglie's hypothesis, uncertainty principle, qualitative quantum mechanical picture of hydrogen atom, shapes of sp and if orbital electronic configuration of elements up to atomic number 36 only covered here. Then Aufbau principle, Polish exclusion principle and Hund's rule. In chapter number 4 is chemical bonding and molecular structure. Orbital overlap in covalent bond, hybridization involving SPDF orbital only. Hybridization is very most important topic for JEE advanced exam. Orbital energy diagram for homonuclear diatomic species, hydrogen bond, polarity and molecules, dipole moment, qualitative aspects only, and VSCPR model and shapes of molecule. They are linear, angular, triangular, square planar, pyramidal, square pyramidal, trigonal, bipyramidal, tetrahedral and octahedral. In chapter number 5 is energetics. First law of thermodynamics, internal energy, work, heat and pressure, volume, work, enthalpy, is laws, 8 of reaction, fusion, vaporization, second law of thermodynamics, entropy, free energy, and criteria of spontaneity. This is the most important chapter from which the mostly questions are asked in the JEE advanced exam. Chapter 6 is equilibrium. In this chapter, we will learn about the law of mass action, equilibrium constant, Lacetarius principle, effect of concentration, temperature and pressure, significance of delta G and delta G0 in chemical equilibrium, solubility, product, common ion effect, pH and buffer solution, acids and bases, Bronsted and Lewis concept, hydrolysis of salts. These all topics are covered in this chapter. In chapter number 7, electrochemistry. In this chapter, electrochemical cells and cell reaction, standard electropotential, Nernst equation in its relation to delta G, electrochemical series, EMF of galvanic cells, Faraday's laws of electrolysis, electrochemical conductance, specific equivalent and molar conductivity, Coulron's law, concentration cells. All these mostly job points are covered in the electrochemistry. In chapter number 8, chemical kinetics, rates of chemical reaction, order of reaction, rate constant, first order reaction, temperature dependence of rate constant, RNS इक्वेशन, मोस्टली RNS क्वेश्चन के बेस के ऊपर से यहाँ पे क्वेश्चन पूछे जाते हैं. In this chapter we learn those few point of rate of chemical reaction are most important question. In chapter number 9, solid state, classification of solids, crystalline states, 7 crystal systems, cell pyramidal, ABCD, alpha, beta, gamma, closed structure of solids, cubic, packing in FCC, BCC and SCP, lattice, nuns, neighbors, ionic ready, simple ionic compound, point effects. In chapter number 10, solution, Rolle's law, molecular weight determination from lowering of vapor pressure, elevation of boiling point and depression of freezing point. In chapter 11, nuclear chemistry, radioactivity, isotopes and isobar, properties of alpha, beta and gamma rays, kinetics of radioactivity decay series excluded, carbon dating, stability of nuclei with respect to proton-neutron ratio, brief discussion on fission and fusion reaction. Fusion and fission reaction is the most important topic in this chapter. In chapter 12, S&P block elements, isolation, preparation, properties of the following non-metals, boron, silicons, nitrogen, phosphorus, oxygen, sulfur and halogens, properties of allotropes of carbon, only diamond and graphite, phosphorus and sulfur, preparation and properties of the following compounds such as oxide, peroxide, hydroxide, carbonates, bicarbonates, chlorides, and sulfurs of sodium, potassium, magnesium and calcium, boron, diboron, boric acid and borax, aluminium, aluminium chloride and almonds, carbons, oxides, carbonic acid, silicon, silicates and silicon, carbides, nitrogen oxide, oxacids, ammonium, phosphorus oxide, oxacids, and the phosphine, oxygen, ozone, and hydrogen peroxide, sulfur, hydrogen sulfide, oxide, sulfuric acid, and sodium thiosulfate, halogens, hydrohalic acid, oxide and oxyacids, chlorine, bleaching powder, xenon, fluorides. In chapter 13, DF and blow elements, you can read here definition, general characteristics, oxidation states and their stabilities, color, excluding the details of electronic transition, and calculation of spin, only magnetic moment, coordination compound, nomenclature of mononuclear coordination compound, cis, trans and isolation, isomerism, hybridization and geometrics of mononuclear coordination compounds, linear, tetrahedral, square planar and octahedral, preparation and properties of the following compounds, oxides and chloride of tin and lead, oxide, chlorides and sulfates of Fe+2, Cu+2, Zn+2, potassium permanganate, potassium dichromate, silver oxide, silver nitride, silver thiosulfate. Chapter number 4 is metallurgy. It's only on the metals, ores and minerals, commonly occurring ores and minerals of iron, copper, tin, lead, magnesium, aluminum, zinc and silver. Extractive metallurgy, chemical principle and reaction only, industrial detail, extruded, carbon reduction method, iron and tin, self reduction method, copper and lead, electrolytic reduction method, magnesium and aluminium, cyanide process, silver and only gold for. Chapter number 15, principle of qualitative analysis, group 1 to 5 only, which are given here, not we have to prepare for any other metals, only Ag+, Ag+2, Cu+2, Pb+2, Ba+3, Fe+3, Cr+3, L+3, Ca+2, Ba+2, Zn+2, Mn+2 and Mg+2, nitride, halides, excluding fluorides, sulfur and sulfide. In chapter 16, general organic chemistry, hybridization of carbon, Sigma and pi bonds for simple organic molecules, structural and geometrical isomerism, optical isomerism of compounds containing up to two asymmetric center, RS and EZ nomenclature excluded. IUPAC nomenclature of simple organic compounds only, hydrocarbons, monofunctional and bifunctional compounds, conformations of ethane and butane, Newman projection, resonance of hyperconjugations, keto tautomerism, determination of empirical and molecular formula of simple compounds, only combustion method, hydrocarbon bonds definition and their effects on physical property of alcohol and carboxylic acid, inductive method and resonance effect on acidity and basicity of organic acid and basicity, polarity and inductive effect in alkyl halides reaction intermediates produced during homolytic and heterolytic bond cleavage, formation, structure and stability of carbocations, carboanions and free radicals. In chapter 70 is only on the hydrocarbons, its classification, isomerism, IUPAC nomenclature, general method and preparation, properties and reaction. Alkanes, its conformation, Sauer's and Newman projection of ethane mechanism of halogenation of alkanes. In alkenes, geometrical isomerism mechanism of electrophilic addition of hydrogen halogens, water, hydrogen halides, Markovnikov and peroxide effect, ozonolysis and polymerization. In alkynes, acidic character, addition of hydrogen, halogens, water and hydrogen halides and polymerization. Aromatic hydrocarbons, nomenclature, benzene, structure of aromaticity, mechanism of electrophiles, substitution, halogenation, nitration, Friedel-Crafts, alkylation and acylation derivatives influence of functional group in monosubstituted benzene. In chapter 18, organic compound containing halogens, general method of preparation, properties and reaction, nature of carbon halogen bond, mechanism of substitution reaction, its uses, environmental effects of chloroform and iodoform. In chapter 19, alcohol, phenols and ether, most important topics in the organic part, alcohol, phenol and ethers, general method of preparation, properties, reaction and uses, alcohols, phenols and ether, identification of primary, secondary and tertiary alcohol, mechanism of dehydration. In phenols, acidic nature, electrophilic substitution reaction, halogenation, nitration and sulfonation, Rimmer-Timmer reaction, Kolbe reaction. In ether structures, in chapter 20, aldehyde and ketones. Aldehyde ketones, nature of carbonyl group, nucleophilic addition to carbon, oxygen group, ketonic group, reaction relativities of aldehyde and ketones, important of reactions such as nucleophilic addition of HCN, NH3, its derivatives, Grignard reaction, oxidation reduction, Wolff-Kishner Clemmensen reaction, acidic or R hydrogen, aldol condensation, Cannizzaro reaction, haloform reaction, chemical test to distinguish between aldehyde and ketones. In chapter 21, carboxylic acid and its derivatives. Carboxylic acid, acidic strength and factor affecting it. Chapter 22, organic compound containing nitrogen. General method of preparation, properties, reaction and uses, amines, nomenclature, classification structure, basic character and identification of primary, secondary and tertiary amine and their basic character. Diazonium salt, importance in synthesis of organic chemistry. In 23, practical organic chemistry. Detection of elements and as halogens, detection and identification the following functional group: hydroxyl, alcoholic and phenolic, carbonyl aldehyde and ketone, carboxyl ammonia and nitro, chemical method of separation of monofunctional organic compound from binary mixer. All this chapter covered the organic part and inorganic and physical part of the JEE advanced totally syllabus covered here. So be prepared from this syllabus and best of luck for your upcoming examination. Thank you very much. Subscribe, share, and comment your any query. Thank you.